Hey guys, this is Tiffany. I am here to give you guys an update on how I'm doing and what my progress is looking like. Today is March 29th. I am about 5 days away from being 11 months post-op. I started my journey on May 3rd, 2013, weighing in at 383. And as of today, I am 232. I'm so excited. I've been trying to reach my 150 weight loss milestone forever, it feels like. I mean, because I am so far out, weight loss has definitely slowed down. Um it's not how I would like for it to be. It's definitely calm down a bit, and that's fine. You know, it's expected. And I did do a video recently where I did say around this time within your journey you do notice that the weight loss, you get more stalls, the stalls are lasting longer, and then when you do kind of get back on the saddle, the weight loss isn't as significant as it used to be. But you know what, I mean, it doesn't take away from how much you've already lost. I'm at 150-pound weight loss. I'm not going to sit and nitpick how quick or how slow I'm doing things. I'm doing it at my pace. And I mean, this is what my body is reacting towards now that I'm so far out. And that's fine with me as long as I continue to reach these milestones and I'm continuing to lose inches and weight. I am A-okay. I'm happy. And so being able to finally reach this point, I am blessed beyond belief. It's just like, I am happy, I am ecstatic, elated. I'm just thankful. I'm thankful that I really made this decision. I couldn't lose a pound before surgery, like pre-op. I think we've all had the similar story. Trying every diet possible, every workout regimen, trying everything. And it's like you would lose weight and you'd gain it back and you'd lose it again. And that was me. I'm just like everyone else. I had the same struggles, but seeing these results, I'm pumped up. I am fired up. I felt like this is exactly what I needed in order for me to continue on the path that I'm on. I am just about 1 month away from being 1 year out of surgery. 1 year. It's unreal how quick time has been passing by. I'm thankful, I'm happy, but it's almost scary because it's like, what if I hadn't taken this journey seriously? Like, what if I had the surgery and I was still eating poorly and still making bad decisions? A year would have come and I would have probably not have been where I am now. And that's almost scary because there are a lot of people who are in that predicament now. I get a lot of emails from different women and men who are like, I wish I was where you were. I wish I had such a dramatic weight loss since having surgery. And I feel bad because I'm happy for myself, but I feel bad for people who are not doing as well. And I think what is important here is that just because you had the surgery doesn't mean it is going to do everything for you. And this is to everyone out there, everyone watching this video who is having a hard time since having been sleeved. You have to put in the work, guys. You have to work out. You have to eat protein. You have to drink water. You have to make better food choices. There are days where you have to put the cake down or the bread or whatever your vice is. You need to put it down in order for you to see results. This is not a game. I think a lot of people think they have the surgery and then voila, you get this awesome body, a few months down the road. No. You have to sacrifice time. You have to be in the gym putting in that work. You have to eat chicken and lettuce over a bowl of pasta. Okay? You have to have sugar-free Crystal Light over regular juice, or you have to have sugar-free ice cream as opposed to Haagen-Dazs, as opposed to Bluebell, whatever you like. You have to, because those are the better food choices you make. the better your body will thank you later. You know, sometimes you have to put this stuff down and say, this is enough. I want to get to the point where I'm happy with where I am. I'm happy with my body. I'm losing weight. I'm in a smaller size. I'm in smaller size clothing, and I'm emotionally and physically where I need to be. You have to make the sacrifice. You know, a lot of people, you know, commend me, and I am thankful for that. I'm thankful that I can be a sounding board. I'm thankful that I can be a source of motivation and inspiration to all people. But, and I don't think I've ever really addressed you guys as a whole and been like, you need to be hard on yourself, because no one's going to be hard on you. You know, at the end of the day, you can congratulate me all you want. But for you to want to be where I am, you need to do what I've done. You need to sweat it out. You need to be up at 6 o'clock in the morning, putting in work before you go to work. You need to either pull a 2 a day. This is vital. This is important. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to come off rude. I don't want to come off as if I am Mrs. Know-it-all, or I am shoving my success in anyone's face, because that's not the case. I want everyone to succeed. I want everyone to do well. You know, that's why we had the sleeve. We had the sleeve so that we can be in a better place physically, in a better, just better, so that we're no longer huffing and puffing when we're walking up the stairs, breaking chairs, not being able to fit on planes, being scared about, you know, what other people think of us, or not, or having to wear plus size clothing. I can go on and on. I can go on and on about all of our struggles. We've all had the same struggles, sweating and overeating, just binging on food. It's a sick life. It's sick. We've all gone through it. We've all experienced it. I don't want any of us to be there, but guess what? There comes a point in time in life where you need to see yourself first. You need to see your goals. They're not just going to come for you. They're not just going to, miracles don't just fall at your feet. You have to, they do, obviously. But when it comes to this, you need to see yourself. You need to see why you did this. Like, do not let food win. Do not let food win. Again, continuously letting food win by making poor choices. A lot of people are not losing weight, and it's because they're not eating protein. You wake up in the morning, you have a piece of bread. You are at lunch and you have another form of a carb. And then dinner, it's another carb. And you ask yourself why you're not losing weight. Most of our doctors have told us the most important part of this tool, this life that we've attained, is making sure we consume a lot of protein and veggies and very little sugar, fat, and carbs. But we do the exact opposite. And I'm speaking for myself too. There are some days where very little protein goes into my diet. There are days where I choose to drink something very sweet. I eat carbs, I eat fat, and but the difference between me and I think everybody else is I know when to stop. I know when to say, okay, this is enough. You've had your day. Now let's get back on track. Let's get back to where we need to be. I am very happy for myself. I'm very happy not because I've reached this point, but because I worked hard to get here. I worked hard to see these results. I put it in my mind, the day that I was sleeved, I told myself that by October 3rd or November 3rd, I think it was, I would lose 100 pounds. And I lost like 98 or 99, whatever it was. I put it in my mind and I worked hard. I worked hard. Now, not everyone is the same. I will take that into account. But there comes a time where you need to take yourself seriously. You need to take your goals seriously, and you need to take this surgery seriously. And that's it. That's it. You need to feel pumped about something. You look at other people's success, use that as a form of motivation for you. Use that and say, hey, Susie did this. This is more of a reason for me to do this. Or Jack is kicking butt, then I need to be out there too, because if he could do it, then I can do it too. We need to use one another as motivation instead of throwing ourselves pity parties. Like I said, I don't mean to come off rude. I don't mean to come off as if I am Mrs. Know-it-all, but I do think it's important that we acknowledge this. Now I feel super bad for saying all of that, but it needs to be said. It's not every video where I'm going to be like, yay. No, I'm going to have to speak the truth because a lot of people need to hear this. It's important. It's important. And like I said, I'm going to say it again until everyone gets it. I want all of us to succeed. I want everyone who is following this video or following me and everyone watching this video to know I am rooting for you. And for those people who email me, I always say this, I believe in you, because if I can do it, I was almost 400 pounds and now I'm almost at 100 something, then everyone can be where I am today. That's what's important. That there's not, I didn't have a secret plan. I didn't do something that someone else couldn't have done. So we all can do it. It's manageable. It's doable. Let's get out there and let's push ourselves, because the last thing you want is for food to be a black cloud over your life, your entire life. Like, you don't need it to be a black cloud over you. Literally just walking around like this, like you're walking and this is your black cloud, like the entire time, because you just can't seem to break away from the food. You can't seem to break away from it. That's not healthy. That's not healthy. And there comes a point in time. This is why we had the surgery. All of us wanted to rid ourselves of our addiction. This is an addiction. All of us wanted to rid ourselves of it. So why are we still, even after having surgery, allowing it to dictate our whole life? It's a pattern. It's sick. It's not good. And I think, like I said, I am including myself in that because I have had many days of poor eating. Poor eating. We need to make a change. We need to really reevaluate what is going on in our lives while we're overeating, and let's change these habits of ours so that we can get back on track, so that we can focus on what's important, and that's our health. Getting healthy. And not just being skinny, because you can be skinny and not be healthy, but being healthy, being a better version of yourself. So, with that being said, I am embarking on a 5-day pouch test. I mentioned this in my last video, and every time I needed to start it, I either forgot or Monday came and I had like something that was not part of the pouch test. So, as of this Monday, March 31st, I will be starting the 5-day pouch test just to give myself a reboot. This past week, I was off of social media. I was emotionally, I wasn't really like, I wasn't really feeling it. So I was like, let me take off a week and just kind of reevaluate, regroup, rewire. Now I'm feeling rewired and regrouped, and I'm back. So now I'm like, okay, I think I need to kind of jumpstart my sleeve again. I read something just a few minutes before doing this video, and it was by Bariatric Foodie, and she was saying how the 5-day pouch test is pretty much, she was saying that it was nonsense. I agreed with a lot of what she said. If you guys go on Google and type in Bariatric Foodie 5-day pouch test, you'll be able to see, in at full length what she wrote. But just to paraphrase, she was pretty much saying that there is no such thing as like rebooting your sleeve. There's no such thing. And she was saying, a lot of us do this 5-day pouch test in order to kind of like jumpstart our sleeves again. But in reality, it goes beyond that. It's like, why are you overeating? Why do you feel like you've stretched your sleeve? Why do you feel like you're overdoing it? It's like more of a psychological thing, is what her theory behind it was. And it did make a lot of sense. But for me, I'm doing the 5-day pouch test because I want to, I just want to do something different. I'm not going to lie, I have been consuming a lot of carbs, and I'm done with that, I want to be able to get back on to my regular eating. And so I want to do the pouch test first to try it. I've never tried it, and I think I've come far enough. I'm about 11 months post-op. I can try it and see what it does for me. And I want to kick my sleeve back into gear so for the weight loss. Like I said, it's slowed down. tremendously, and it's fine, but I do want to get it back because I do have a goal that I'd like to meet for my 1 year surgiversary. It's nothing fancy. I don't even want to say it out loud. It's like in my brain, I don't want to speak it into existence, because anytime I speak something into existence, it falls through. Honestly, nothing good happens to me. Like, just kidding. But I'm not going to speak it into existence. I'm just going to, like, put it in my mind that I would like to lose this amount of weight by my 1 year. And then when I do my 1 year video, then I'll tell you guys, hey, I either did it or I didn't. So I feel like the 5-day pouch test is the perfect thing to do in order to kind of kick off my next month. I have about 1 month to really hit this next goal. So that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do right now. What else was on my list? Oh, I am starting CrossFit the 2nd week of April. I was supposed to start about like 2 months ago, like a month and a half ago. However, when I was ready to get started, I had to get my gallbladder removed. So that definitely set me back. That definitely set me back about 2 months, but I'm about a few weeks away from being 2 months post-op, so your girl can lift. I'm so excited because I am ready to kickstart my workout regimen again the way I want to. I feel like I've reached a physical level where I can do more. I can put a little bit more on my body. My body can handle it. So CrossFit is the next thing. I am ready. It's paid for. I have my location. They're waiting for me. I'm sure they're not, but you know, in theory, they're waiting for me. And like all my friends are doing CrossFit. Like they're there. One of my friends in particular is killing it. Killing it. And I'm not jealous, but I'm just like I could do that too. Like, why do you look so good? I could do that. So it's been too long. I've been kind of pushing this back. Before surgery, I've been pushing CrossFit back, but now I am ready. I'm ready to kill it. I'm ready to get these arms toned because this is my arm at the moment. I don't know if CrossFit can fix this, but that's not the point. The point is I want to be able to tone the rest of my body. I want to be able to be at the best shape of my life. And I feel like with CrossFit, they help you do that. They help you get to that point in your life where you're just like, this is the best physical shape I have ever been in. And I don't aspire to be skinny. To me, I am already skinny. Like I'm at that point. I aspire to be physically fit. I want to be able to do what the big boys do, so to speak. I want to be there. I want to be at that point. So I am starting CrossFit in the next couple weeks, and I couldn't be happier. I know it's going to be hard work. I'm probably going to hate it, but I have about like 2 to 3 months before I move to New York, and I don't want to sit here and say, oh, I'll start CrossFit when I get to New York. No, because when I get to New York, I'm going to be in school, and like I don't want to have to start this type of training as I'm starting school and living in a completely different environment. I want to know that I've already started CrossFit, so when I go find a CrossFit gym in New York, I'm not necessarily starting something new. I'm just starting in a new place and with new people. I don't want to know, I want my body to have already been conditioned to handle this CrossFit. And so I'm starting now. I am excited. I am ready. I feel all the love and support from the friends that I have that do CrossFit, and so I know I'm gonna have the most support, and that makes me feel good because like all my friends, we do the same thing. Like we're a team when it comes to this, you know, fitness and being sleeved and getting to that point. And so I'm pumped. I'm excited, and I'm excited to kind of give you guys an update on how I'm doing. I'm sure I'm gonna come back on here and be like, oh my god, I hate it. I don't want to do it anymore. My arms are broken. But that's a part of it. Like, there's not one person that did CrossFit and said, oh, it's not hard work. I know it's going to be hard work, but I'm ready. I've reached it. So I'm pumped. What else is going on? I am going to be moving. You know, I'm moving to New York. At first I was like, yay! What? woo! And then I was like, I don't want to go, because it's like the thought of moving away from my family like hit me like a ton of bricks. Now I'm ready. I'm ready. And the time is coming by, so I have so much to do, looking for a place to live. So much has changed in the past few weeks, so like I'm trying to get my financial aid together for school. Like, I've picked my classes. I think that's what helped me get excited, was I finally picked my classes. Like, I'm going to be in school. I have a job already waiting for me, so thank God for that. God is so good. I'm ecstatic. I have my car, like, I'm going into this a little bit more prepared than the average person moving to a whole new state, especially New York. People are like, woo, New York City. And a lot of people go with the clothes on their backs, but I'm fortunate enough to definitely have an extensive plan that will allow me to settle in quite nicely. And so, as prepared, as much as I have, it's still a stress looking for a place to live. Being able to do all this stuff within the next few months and being financially ready is also like a concern. And so the next few weeks, I'm definitely going to be putting in those hours and trying to do as much as I can to save as much money before I go. So that's what's going on. This video was definitely needed. I think you guys needed to hear what was going on with me. And once again, I didn't mean to sound harsh earlier. That was not my intention. But my goal here is to be an inspiration. And I take that seriously. I want to inspire you guys, but I also want to tell you what it is. Like, I always said I was going to keep it all the way 100 with you guys. And I needed to keep it 100, I felt like. And this only came up because of recent events that have occurred. People commenting on pictures commenting on my pictures on Instagram, and various emails that I've gotten. So it's like, I've been getting all this stuff, and so I'm like, you know what? I think it's time for me to let people know what they need to be doing, as opposed to, instead of just saying thank you and I appreciate the pat on the back, I want to be able to pat you guys on the back. This is my way of patting you on the back and saying, you can do this with hard work, with dedication. You can do this, and you can achieve a lot more than I have achieved. And so I love all of you guys. I love everyone who watches my videos, everyone who has been supporting me from the beginning. Words can't fully express how thankful I am for the support, because it's your support that has kind of kept me going. It's your support. There have been times where I wanted to give up. I say that all the time, where I have given up. There are times where I'm just like, yo, F it. I'm going to down this pizza. I don't. But I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that, or I'm going to fall off the wagon a little bit. And it's you guys that are like, keep it going, You fall, but the most important thing is getting back up. And so for me, as a public service, like, to you guys, like, I want to be able to help you. I want to be able to tell you what it is all the time. And so I don't want to just give, nor do I want to just take. It's a give and take. It's like 50-50. So, like I said, the harshness was not intentional, but I care about all of the sleevers that have been supporting me and following me, and just everyone, all in all. It's a struggle, but it's not impossible. It's not impossible to lose weight once you've had the sleeve. You have to be committed, and you have to dedicate yourself to some type of regimen that works for you. You don't need to be out here lifting 100-pound weights. You don't need to be out here on the elliptical for 165 minutes, whatever, There are some people who could do it. Yay. Great. But that's not, the point is to just try your best, be active, and give it a shot. Make better choices, because once you do that, you will be successful. You will. I can guarantee you. I am a living proof of that. So I wish all of you well. I can't wait to come back and give you guys an update. I will be doing another video shortly, within the week. It's more of a frequently asked questions, but a little bit more personalized towards what I went through and how life has been 11 months post-op, pretty much. So look out for that. I'll definitely post it, and you guys will see it. You'll get a notification from YouTube or whatever. However you guys have your thing set up. But thank you again for watching. I so thankful. I am enjoying this. I enjoy this part of my journey, being able to come to you guys and bearing my soul. This is what it's all about. That's it. Okay, as a last note before I go, you guys need to go watch the first video that I made on YouTube. I went and watched that video. I can't put into words. I've changed so much. I've changed so much, and like just watching that video, it gave me goosebumps because not only have I changed, I mean it documents, it shows how much I've changed, but how big I was. And it's crazy because that video, I had already lost 30 pounds at that point. That wasn't even how big I was. I was 353, I guess, in that video. I could have been 360s, or between the 360s or the 350s. I wasn't even like in the 380s like when I first started. And I was a big girl in that video. So I think you should go see it. A lot of people who are just now seeing my video for the first time, go see where I started from. Go watch that first video and then come back to this. You'll see the difference, and so you can understand what I mean by putting in the work to be where you need to be. So that's a little motivation for you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I am off to the gym. I really don't feel like going. Just kidding. I'm going. I'm off, and this is it. Bye, guys.